everybody, Jason here from Ghostbusters News, coming at you again on a Friday, which can only mean one thing. It is time for another installment of Ghostbusters News Fan Mail Friday. And before I get to today's unboxing, as always, if you have anything you would like to send into the Ghostbusters News headquarters, we got a mailing address, and it is down below in this video's description. With that said, yes, let's go ahead and get to today's unboxing. And yeah, your ears, they're not deceiving you, as today, once again, it's only going to be one box, but from what I'm told, this box is just jam-packed full of Ghostbusters goodness. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited. And before tearing into this one, I should make note that it was sent in by a longtime Ghostbusters News supporter, follower, Patreon member, MUNEYMIKE of MUNEYMIKE Midwest Retro Gaming right here on YouTube. Mike is like one of the only guys I know of that can fill an entire Fan Mail Friday with just one shipment, just one box, and yeah. The first item in the box, it's a bit of an oddity, as it is a Ghostbusters slime ball. I once had a bad case of the slime balls. And this is an item I never picked up when it was first released way back in 2014. You'll see with the packaging, kind of made to look like a ghost trap. At least the top of the box is, because I believe this is what's meant to be the front, as we've got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, Slimer. It advertises that the slime ball is extreme, featuring distance, speed, accuracy, and aerodynamics. And the biggest selling point here is the fact that it has a hollow core, being said to be good in all weather, rain, mud, or even snow. And from what it shows here, if you want to play with the slime ball, you pretty much treat it just like a football. On the top left-hand side, there is a QR code that says check us out on YouTube. And I think I'm going to do just that because I'm actually kind of curious as to who exactly made this Ghostbusters slime ball. And wait a minute, that's me! I mean, I didn't make it, but this is made by the Marshmallow Fine Company. And I took a look years ago at one of their Marshmallow Ghostbusters shooter guns. And yeah, I'm still featured on their YouTube page. We're going to kick back here and just start... Turns out they haven't posted a video in like 3 years, so I guess RIP Marshmallow Fun Company. Now up next in the box, I found a toothbrush. Now there's a pretty good reason as to why Mike sent me a toothbrush, because turning it around here, you'll see it's a real Ghostbusters toothbrush. And this is strangely something that I am missing in my collection. As last year through Fan Mail Friday, Mike sent in a couple boxes with pieces of this, the real Ghostbusters locker bag. Inside there's tons of stuff like a comb, tissues, a cup, and likely the most important, at least today, was a toothbrush holder. It also featured the real Ghostbusters branding, much like everything else in this locker bag. So being that we finally have the toothbrush, let's go ahead, open this up here, pop the toothbrush inside. And I think at this point now I've got every single item that's meant to be inside this real Ghostbusters locker bag. And let me tell you, I am so thankful for that, because all the items inside of here, they're just so useful to a guy like me. Now moving on here, I've got no balloons for the kids, but I do have a Ghostbusters 2 hot beverage thermal mug. And to me, this mug is entirely brand new, because I've seen these in black before, but I've never actually seen one in white. Like, I'm not too sure at all exactly how rare these are, or if they're rare at all, but yeah, I've never seen one. Now, despite me not knowing really anything about this mug, I at least know the origin, as turning it around, you will see we've got an advertisement for Fujifilm. Fujifilm, of course, one of the companies that was in bed with Columbia Pictures when it came to advertising Ghostbusters 2 way back in 1989. And along with that mug, Mike, he also sent in this lost Ghostbusters 2 Fujifilm relic. A box made to hold 35mm color print film. But as you've likely noticed, this does come with a free Ghostbusters 2 pin. In fact, the pin is exposed right there on the side panel. Now, being that I've already got one of these pins in my collection loose, I'm going to keep this the way it is. I mean, the Ghostbusters 2 logo is right there on the packaging, and I love little quirky collectibles like this. And speaking of quirky collectibles, coming up next, we've got ourselves a bottle of Purell. But not just any Purell, this is Ghostbusters Purell. Released back in 2016 to hype up the Ghostbusters reboot, the front of the package advertises that it busts 99.99% of germs and ghosts. And also that it glows in the dark. It glows in the dark, like they can't be talking about the Purell, right? Like the logo and everything, that has to glow in the dark. Can we go ahead and hit the lights right quick? Yeah, as I assumed, it's just the packaging that lights up. anything that glows in the dark, I'm pretty sure you likely wouldn't want to be rubbing, into your hands. Now, there was one last item in the box, and, yeah. It is a customized Ghostbusters Championship belt. The front here, it says MUNEYMIKE Midwest Retro Gaming. Once again, MUNEYMIKE's YouTube channel. And it does have a logo there of the franchise group, the Wisconsin Ghostbusters, along with a ton of autographs. And these autographs, they are from tons of YouTubers. Like Norm, the gaming historian, Pat the NES punk, the nostalgia critic, Tamara Chambers, Malcolm Ray, and John Riggs. Taking a look at the side plates here, the first one here does have, again, the Wisconsin Ghostbusters logo. And then on the other side, we're going to find ourselves an old school NES controller. Shifting our focus to the other side of the belt, you will see this customized championship has been made by Trophy Smack. Now listen up, jabroni. Having a championship title like this in my possession, there is no way, and Jason means no way, that I can't wear it. Being a longtime wrestling and Ghostbusters fan, I'll admit I kind of want to get my own custom belt made. Become the Ghostbusters News World Heavyweight Champion. But if I did that, it's likely that Matt Cardona, he'd find me, he'd knock me down, he'd pin me 1, 2, 3, and then he'd take my title. Now I should add that Mike did not send me this title belt to actually have. Instead, I'm going to sign it right there, and I'm going to send it back to him. I don't know why he'd want my signature, but he asked me if I would do it. Of course, because of his support throughout the years, I can't say no. I don't want to say no. And yes, it's an honor to sign your Midwest Retro Gaming Championship belt, Mike. And yeah, I'm going to have it in the mail to you here in the next couple days, so be on the lookout for it. But first, I got to do one last thing with it. Now that I've done that, I think that finishes this week's episode of Ghostbusters News Fan Mail Friday. As I said at the top of the video, if you have anything you would like to send into the Ghostbusters News headquarters, we got a mailing address and it's right down below in this video's description. As always, be sure to subscribe. If you'd like to join up with Ghostbusters News, check out our Patreon page. A link to that is also down below, and I'll see you right back here next time.